Good morning and welcome back. So this is your reading for Monday, September 25th, and at 4 a.m., well, actually even earlier in the morning, the moon moved into Aquarius, and by 4 a.m. it's at 6 degrees, and it's free of, for at least until later in the day, it's free of any challenging aspects. There's that beautiful, you can see the trine here going to the sun, so we have Sun in Libra trining the moon in Aquarius. That could bring a new friend. It could bring someone that's helpful. You guys are helpful to each other. Something that's really wonderful, or even a new loved relationship, beloved relationship of any type. But then also remember, we're still in that earthly phase, even though it's an Aquarian, which is an air sign moon. Now we have the combination of the earth with that, because the moon is still going through that waxing gibbous phase. So yeah, so again, with the waxing gibbous, there can be some breakthroughs that come through, some big paradigm shifts. There can be a lot of just mental. It can be more of a mental, and especially when the moon's in an air sign, it can be a lot of mental activity going on. So it's really good to stay grounded, take your time with things, honor your body, be very careful in making sure you get get your meals in, drink enough water, all of that. When the moon's in a waxing gibbous phase. So it's also a good time for honing our skills, finding new tools to work with, whatever way. Like if you like to draw or you like to write things down, new pens are always fun. So let's look at the card, see what we have coming through with these cards. And I'll read it upright and reversed. We definitely want this one reversed. And the Nine of Swords is kind of messed up either way. You know what I'm getting with this, though? Because we have two earthly, cards going on here, and then with this air card. What I feel, and Mars and Gemini as well, that Nine of Swords, make sure you get a lot of water in today. Because hopefully this is more in the evening and doesn't have to happen, because the Nine of Swords, when we do dailies, and that's the other thing too, there's a hard rule that I always follow, that when you do daily readings, you don't read the cards so intensely, because there's no big wake-up call. You're looking at the cards every day, right? So with the Devil, this card is about honoring your physicality. That was in the astrology too. Letting go of where you're bound up in places where you might have some blind spots. So there might be, again, that too much of a mental focus. I mean, even just look at the face here. It's like major mental focus. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's always good to honor our physical body and accept our physical bodies. That's one of the good things, one of the positive things about the Devil card. It doesn't have to be as challenging as it usually is. But it is a restrictive card because it's ruled by Capricorn. It is it's a card of where possibly we're a little too attached, and there might be some resistance and restriction around, attachment to material things. So if we can just, let those things go. And that's especially the case too with the Page of Pentacles as well. So if it's because it's the end of the month and you're, focusing on getting things done or getting the money together for, things that you need on the first of the month, that type of focus, it's good. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But just make sure you get enough water in, and make sure that you do your due diligence during the day, so that you don't take And what I mean by that is like, you know, make notes, take notes, make lists of the things that need to get done so that you can let that stuff go when you go to bed. Don't go to bed with a lot of, oh no, I still didn't do this or that, or, you know, because then it makes it harder to fall asleep. Now, if we have the devil come through reversed, that's a freedom. Freedom from addiction, freedom from blind spots, freedom from somebody who's trying to control you, if that's even, you know, something going on. It's recovery. It's release, you know, independence are all keywords with the devil reversed. So, yeah, that's good. Now, if we were to have the Page of Pentacles reversed, that could bring in maybe not wanting to focus on the material things that's going on, and that would actually go together well. Maybe it's about just taking a day off. Yeah, and then sometimes it can be bad news. All the pages bring through news usually, or some type of an invitation. But if it's not about putting things off, if it's not about you know, just feeling like I don't have a goal I want to work on. I just want to let go of all this stuff that's going on. You know, it's fall in the Northern Hemisphere. We are wanting to let go, and it's perfect for that. But you know, if it's not any of those other things, it could just be some bad news coming through for the day. And maybe, you know, if you're a dirty politician or dirty judge or dirty corporate executive or, you know, anybody that's corrupt, maybe this card would be upright and there's some bad news coming for this person, whoever that is politically and or, you know, corrupt-wise. And then they have a lot of trouble sleeping. I can only imagine how hard it might be to get to sleep for some of these people because, boy, are we going through a major change historically, at least in the United States. But I have a feeling, well, I know it's happening all over the world. We are fighting fascism, literally. So, okay, if we had the, I want to keep him upside down. If we had the Nine of Swords reversed, it's not necessarily that much better. I mean, you could read it as lessening of stress if you want to read it that way. But generally, it's about the need to face, you know, our fears, and sometimes it has us avoiding contact with other people, and we're struggling with something. And sometimes it's feelings of shame, and that's ridiculous. Nobody should feel ashamed of anything. All we ever need to do is just come to terms with who we are. What, you know, who we really are in the deeper inner levels is just pure love. And if we can tap into that power and use it wisely, then why would we need to judge ourselves harshly? Why would we need to feel shame, you know, for whatever we've done in the past? But, you know, on the healing path, there is, it's the weirdest thing. I remember going through that. It is a weird thing where when you're letting go of a false belief, there is a little bit of like, oh my God, how could I have ever got stuck in that? Like, what was that about? And you might feel a little shame, but you know, you can just turn it right around, let it go. No big deal. So let's just leave this one sideways and call it acupuncture. Let's do that. Let's say we have a very, very skilled person, skilled with their hands of the earthly realm, and it's acupuncture day. How about that? Okay, thanks you guys. Let me know how you're doing. Take good care. Bye.